Warren Buffett once said, "Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving." In this video, we will delve into the FIRE movement and how the FIRE community have applied Buffett's financial philosophy to maximize financial returns. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started.
チャンネル登録お願いね。
What is the FIRE movement? The FIRE movement stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. It's a lifestyle and financial philosophy that aims to achieve financial independence and retire early, typically in your 30, 40, or 50, rather than waiting until the traditional retirement age of 65 or later. The core idea is to save and invest aggressively, reduce expenses, and live frugally to reach a point where you no longer need to rely on a traditional job for income. Imagine you're on a journey to financial freedom, where your goal is to build up enough savings and investments to support your desired lifestyle without needing to work for a paycheck. According to the FIRE movement, you would need two things. First is to become financially independent, which means having enough passive income from investments, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets, to cover your living expenses indefinitely. The second and fun part is to retire. Once you've achieved financial independence, you have the option to retire early and pursue other interests, passions, or hobbies that may not generate traditional income. Although early retirement doesn't necessarily mean stopping work altogether, it could involve transitioning to part-time work, freelancing, or pursuing entrepreneurial ventures on your own terms. So then, how do you achieve financial independence? The answer to this question will depend on your current financial situation, age, future earnings, and the choice of investments. All things considered, the how question seems to include three key principles: research and planning. The first step to starting FIRE is identifying your annual expenses. If Jojo's annual expense is $40,000 to get the amount of money that he will be able to live off of, then we will multiply his annual expense to 25. This means with $1 million invested, Jojo can think of quitting his job and not work again. Saving and investing. FIRE proponents emphasize the importance of saving a significant portion of your income and investing it wisely to generate passive income and grow your wealth over time. This often involves following a high savings rate, typically 50% or more of your income, and investing in low-cost index funds or other diversified assets with long-term growth potential. Frugality. Living below your means is a cornerstone of the FIRE movement. This means being mindful of your spending, prioritizing needs over wants, and finding creative ways to cut costs and save money. Frugality doesn't necessarily mean being cheap or sacrificing quality of life. It's about being intentional with your spending and focusing on what truly brings you happiness and fulfillment. FIRE is a lot more nuanced than most people think. It is categorized into different categories according to your retirement goals. Here are some of the common categories that you will hear mostly discussed in the FIRE community. Lean FIRE. This type of FIRE is for people who plan to have lower than average expenses in their retirement. This is mostly ideal for minimalists who tend to live off a lot less than the average retiree. The advantage with this is that you will be able to reach your FIRE number a lot faster. Although you likely won't have much room for spending due to strict budget. Coast FIRE. Saver who are doing cost FIRE are not necessarily planning to retire at a determined time ahead. Their goal is to save and invest as much as they can, such that whenever they wish to retire, they can do so with the maximum freedom. Fat FIRE. If you envision your retirement to consist of lots of eating out, travels, and shopping, then Fat FIRE is for you. Fat FIRE requires you to save aggressively so that you have enough saving during retirement. Barista FIRE. Many people think that to do FIRE, you would need a high-income job. Well, this is not entirely true. Doing Barista FIRE means that you save a substantial amount now so that you can work part-time during your retirement, working a few hours a week like a barista, for example.